Okay, so here's a reminder of how to find the data and then also use the calculator to help you make your box plots. Um, in the calculator, make sure you reset it. Second plus sign 712. Second plus 712 gets you to back to everything cleared. And from the main screen, you'll press the stat button. And the very first one is edit. And this is where you're entering your data. And I'm just going to really quickly enter in a little bit of data here. It's just something from the last test. Once you put in your data, then you can easily get all the information that you need. So I'm just going to do that so far. Again, put in all your data for one of your groups into L1. You can actually, and I'm going to show you this trick too, you can actually put all of your data into L2 for the other group, and then you can do everything all at once. I'm going to just put the same amount here. There you go. So let's say we have group 1 as your teachers and group 2 is your students. So L1 is your teachers, L2 is students for whatever it is, this data that you got. This is how you get all the data that you need. So you press the stat button, you scroll over to calc, you hit enter on one variable stats, and then you scroll down and you calculate. Now, a couple of things that you want here. Obviously, the mean is the X bar at the top. That's the mean. That's the average. The standard deviation is this symbol right here, the 10.8669. That's something that you also want. And then if you scroll down to the bottom, you have the 5-number summary, minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and max, and that's all the information that you also want to make your box plot. Now, without having to reset your calculator or retype stuff in, you can actually get the information for the other data set by doing the same thing. Go to stat, calc, one variable stats, but that data is not in L1, it's in L2. So in order to change that, clear that out, and you'll press second stat, and then go down to L2, and that'll copy L2 down. And then now you can go down to calculate and calculate L2 stuff. And there's the data for L2. Shows you everything that you need there. Now, if you want to use the calculator to help you make a box plot, there's a couple of ways. There's just one way to do it, but I can show you how to put both box plots on there at the same time. You're going to go up to second y equals, and we'll put 1 in plot 1 and 1 in plot 2. So just hit enter on plot 1. Make sure you turn it on, and you want to make modified box plots. So the fourth one over with the one with the outliers is a modified box plot. You hit enter on that and leave everything else the same. Now the cool thing about this is we can do two at the same time. So if you go to plot 2, hit enter on plot 2 and turn that on, do the same thing and change it to a modified box plot, but we have to change the list to L2. So you do the same thing as you did before. You press second stat, go down to L2, hit enter, and that brings the data from L2 into there. And if you press zoom 9, you have both of your box plots on your graph. For some reason, I don't know why it puts the second one right on the axis. If you press window and scroll down to Y min and put 0, and then press graph again, no, it puts it above there now. Press the trace button, and you can go back and forth and you can look at the numbers that you need there. If you had outliers, it would show you what the outliers are there. Don't forget to actually check those mathematically. Do those mathematically for your project. But that's how you do everything on the calculator.